Today. Happy New Year, everyone. This is Eden Pains. I'm trying to go live now. I'm testing, trying to make sure that my YouTube now is live and not a video that I will be dropping. Ah, it's now the end of the year. It's the end of 2025. We are all going into 2026. Lágbára Ọlọ́run, ọdún ayọ̀ la máa ṣe o. By God's grace, we're going to have a very beautiful new year, beautiful 2026. Yeah, as we all know, this channel, we talk about relationship. Yeah, we discuss relationship here. We talk about primarily relationship that men go through. And basically, we also, discuss the challenges that men face in relationships. But we also, talk about women as well. We also talk about relationship that women go through as well. So for 2025, for 2025, it was a bit of roller coaster. The year, that year was a serious one. But we thank God we were able to surmount it. It was a pleasant year, but we surmounted it. And God has been wonderful, grateful, and He has, been able to help every one of us to at least almost going to cross over into the new year. But today, before I go, I have a story about a sister. I didn't plan to come and do this live, but the story is deep. You see, when you choose to marry, 1 minute. When you choose to marry, when you decide pé ẹ fẹ́ marry, pé you want to marry, pé you want to be joined with somebody, please marry your friend. By all means, please marry your friend. Hello, I can see Ramens. Thank you for joining. If you're just joining me, do you play Roblox? No. Who is this? Somebody's chatting me and sending me some messages. Anyway, as I was saying, please, by all means, try and marry your friend. This story is, I got the story from a friend. It happened to a sister. This life is wicked. But I will do more of, bringing, because I discovered that in this relationship that we're talking about, I discovered that a lot of things, a lot of the times, women go through relationship more than us men. This sister is from Cameroon. Brilliant, beautiful sister. She was in her 30s. She is so brilliant to the extent that she rose to the position of a director in the IT company that she works at. She works in an IT company. I don't want to. Okay, I'll say it because I don't want to. She works in an IT company in Colorado. As I speak to you now, she's in Houston, but she works in an IT company in Colorado. This sister was net after tax was making $15,000, $15,000 every month net after tax. Do you know that she married someone who became, in Yoruba we call it Elenini? May you not marry your enemy, please. If you are with me, please say amen to this. May you not marry your enemy. This sister married to this guy, and the guy refused and said, no, he's not going to, he's not going to live in Colorado. He wants to live in where most black people live, which is Texas, because the sister was okay. It was the sister that married, the sister had citizenship, had her, you know, Pali. So the sister married him, gave him papers. I think, yeah, he had his green card. So, of course, the sister, $15,000 every month. This sister bought a house in Houston, and she would always come from Colorado to Houston to be with family. She was shuffling Colorado, Houston, Colorado, Houston. Because as a woman, you want to have support in the house to say, at least I am married. I have a husband that is, supporting. Like, it's expected that once you are married, you have like a partner. Say, "Ah, my husband, you're not even doing anything, to support this house." Sorry, some people are disturbing me on this life. You're not even, you know, contributing anything to this family. Why don't you just support me and pay some bills in the house? This brother will not support. There's something that people do in America. It's illegal. It's completely illegal. I'm not supporting it. But they call these jobs that people do under the table. They say some people will walk under the table and, you know, they will give someone their social security. Shala shala, they will give their shala shala to someone to use it to work so that the person will will make money and the person will bring the money to they will have they probably share part of it. Let's say I give you my social now, you're working, then you if you're making like $4,000, I could take one third, which is maybe 1/5. Then you take the 2/5. So if I take one third, it's 1/5. And sometimes some people are very, merciful. They will let you take Mama Jacko, take all the money, but they will go and take the tax. When it's time to file tax, they will take all the tax, and you know, you will you will take all the money, but they will be taking the tax. But this sister that I'm talking about, she got someone to use the husband's shala shala, to use the husband's papers, and so that at least that money that the guy is making, they she doesn't need the money, but she just wants it to be like my husband is making money and contributing to the house. Do you know that this guy turned This guy turned it down, turned the idea down. In fact, when somebody was using the shala shala to walk, the guy stopped it and said no, he doesn't want he doesn't want to he doesn't want anyone to use his shala shala. In short, he was just in the house, not doing a thing. He was in the house, not contributing anything to the house. He was just a useless. He was apparently, my God, some women are enduring a lot. But this sister, because this pretty lady, because she loves him, she stayed, she was enduring. But over the time, she she was having a lot of stress at work. The trip from Colorado to Houston, back and forth, started telling gradually on the job. So the people in the office started identifying and knowing that this lady is not committing well to work. She was not always at work, and she sometimes the job was suffering. So at the end of the day, the she had to be fired. She was fired and she lost her job. In the interim, while she was, while she was working, she got a Range Rover for the husband. She drives a Maserati. She drives a Maserati. She had a range for the husband. The the husband, do you know that the husband took the Maserati and no, not the Maserati, the Range Rover, and deliberately went to have an accident with the Range Rover. The guy took the Range Rover and slammed it, destroyed it beyond repair to the extent that when the insurance company was going to pay back the lady for the damage and all the, because the car was insured, after repairs and everything, after they taking care of the cost of the Range Rover, the insurance company came home with $100 check. $100 check after this husband damaged the Range Rover. My sister lost everything. She lost everything. The Maserati now, insurance company has come to take over it. As we speak now, she is so much in debt. She's so much indebted that she doesn't have money to pay rent. She doesn't have money to pay rent. She's lost everything. She doesn't even have a job. And she has three kids. She has three kids. She's lost the job. She she is hoeing virtually everybody. As we speak now, there's something in America that is called out of job payments, where the government will pay you some contribution that you've in Canada we call it employment insurance, where within some time frame when you are working, there are some contributions you make to they call it workforce, where they keep some money for you just in case you lose your job. You can always go back to those funds and fall back into it. This this lady had utilized all the money there. Now she doesn't have anything, to fall back to. As I speak to you today, this director of IT in an IT company, she's currently selling fish. Do you hear what I said? She's currently roasting fish to sell so that she can make some money. And the husband is still in that house. The husband is still in the house. Now they are going into what we call foreclosure. The mortgage, the banks are coming after them to come and take over their property because now they cannot meet up with their mortgage demands. They've taken over, they've repossessed their cars. The Maserati they have, they repossessed it. No one is even coming to help them. And in America, nobody will come to your aid. You have to get it right with being with the right partner. That's why on this channel we advocate that people must make sure that they marry right. You need to be very sure that you are with the right person. If you don't marry right, it's going to affect you. It's going to determine how high you are going to go in life in terms of relationship. If you choosing your partner is very crucial, is very, very, very crucial. I was dumbfounded when I heard this story because if this lady had had someone, a very good guy, a very good husband who was supporting her, she was making good money. They could have just stayed back in Colorado, buy a house there, and the guy would have been doing something, supporting the wife. But do you know that this guy did not stay to help the wife? The guy was just, and yet was getting her pregnant almost every year. They have 3 kids now. The lady is useless. Her career is gone. She's in her late 30s now. She doesn't even know where to start from. I heard the story and I was like, oh, yeah, this is eating pain for men, but I still need to let women know that. Please choose rightly, choose wisely. Be very careful about the person you get married to. Be very, 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 very careful. This is the story for today. And that is why I decided to come live. Subsequently, my videos now will be live. I will not do recorded videos again because I have found out that some people are ready to even share their stories. We can have stories that we can even discuss while we are live because a lot of people are going through a lot of challenge. Now, I have put it that my channel is not just for men alone. Now, this channel is for men and women. As long as you are going through some certain pains that some people need to know, please come on board. Let us hear your story. Let people hear that there are some hidden things that people need to hear that are happening in marriages. It's not just men that are going through hidden pains now. Women too are going through pain, and this channel now is open for all. If you have your story and you are willing to share, please just chat me up, and I will bring the story up. My WhatsApp number is 346 496 8539. You can send your story to me and I'll let the world know because it's becoming too concerning that is marriage really worth it? I was discussing with somebody today. She was telling me like she will never ever try to get married again. I said, why? Said let me even read what she wrote to me. Let me read you 1 minute. We were chatting. I was like, what? This is what you went through? Oh seven. Oh, 07. She said, where's our chat? Okay. Yeah. I was chatting with her today and she said, this is our word. She said, I grew up with so many expectations about it. That is about marriage. I grew up with so many expectations about marriage. I gave it everything. I had so much that I had nothing left to give. I'm reading somebody's words like, I gave it everything. I had so much that I had nothing left to give. I was completely drained from giving my all. And in the process, I lost myself. Sincerely, dating is not even an option for me right now. I am in a season of searching for God and rediscovering myself. And that's exactly what I told her. I said, look, that's the right thing to do. Go and rediscover yourself, specifically yourself, because God has always been there. And one thing that people fail to realize or to discover is that God has always been there. And when you're trying to go into the marriage, even while you're just starting the marriage or some few days to your marriage, God will show you that this person is not who you should be with. But because we've had some things together, we've put some things first, like you've had sex, you've had intimacy, all those things becloud judgment. And it allows people to fall into marriage without adequate plans. You start seeing red flag as purple flags. You start excusing nonsense. You start excusing things that are not supposed to be excused. That is not how marriage is supposed to be. And that has been God. Because if in the inside of you, you're seeing something that is wrong and something is telling you this thing is not right, that thing that we call intuition, you are listening to that, your inner self, that intuition. If you're listening to it, you will, if a lot of us are listening to the intuition that is within us, that God has kept in us, well, like a lie, we will not have problems because a lot of marriages that we would have gone into, we would rather not have gone into them. Those marriages would not have been bad. But people go into marriages thinking that the person will change or the person will be better off in the future, or the person will, oh, I already have his child, oh, I'm already pregnant for him, oh, I love him so much, oh, he's good in bed, oh, for flimsy excuses. And then you get into the relationship and find out that, man, oh more, this guy in an error, or this babe in an error, because it goes both ways. And we would have already been damaged. And do you know that over, I don't have the statistics, but practically most people that speak to me or discuss with me, a lot of them are going through hell. Let me give you another example. I just got off the call with a friend of mine, and the friend told me that, Bill, do you know that the advice you gave me was what is still keeping me in this marriage? It was the advice you gave me that is still keeping me till date. I was like, really? What advice was that? I told him, I remember telling him that no matter what you're going through in this marriage, do not leave the marriage. Why? Because you have children already in this marriage. And especially because of your daughter. Men, fathers, we are our daughter's first love. Unfortunately, I don't have a daughter. But men, fathers, we are our daughter's first love. And if once you have a daughter, please don't leave that marriage. I have a friend, I don't know if she's watching me today. She confided in me one day. It was that a story that stayed in my head. And when I see any man who has a daughter and they are messing up in that marriage, I'll be like, no, don't do this. Don't do this to your daughter. A daughter's first love is their father. Once they don't get that fatherly love, or they don't get that fatherly relationship, they will seek it out there. And that is when they go and fall in the hands of the wrong people, wrong guys, wrong boyfriend. They marry the wrong man. Because most times what they didn't get in their father, they will be looking for it in the hands of the men that they meet. And most of the time, those men disappoint them. Most of the time, the men disappoint them. Let me chip in this story. I have a friend, the friend that I was talking about. She said when she now started dating after the father disappointed her, when the father did not even send her to school. I don't know if she's listening today, but she's my friend. I will never mention name, but she's my very dear friend. The father did not send her to school. She's a medical doctor, a medical doctor. So when she started dating and when she was going to be married, she married a guy who she thinks will be like a father figure. But when she got married, the guy now started showing his true self. The guy now started getting competitive. Imagine marrying a man that feels that, oh, you're a doctor, I'm also going to be a doctor. The guy, because he was competitive with the husband, now has to go and do a PhD. How can you go and do PhD because your wife is a doctoral holder? Is that not sickening in the head? This guy started getting competitive with the wife. You can't be calling you. When my friend was telling me, I was like, what? They can't be calling you doctor, and they cannot be calling you doctor. They must call me doctor too. So they have two doctors in the house. When he graduated, my friend even told me that he didn't even use the PhD. He just got the doctoral degree just because he wants to get the doctoral degree. Somebody is saying hi, hi, hi. Sorry if I'm not reading messages. I'm not wearing my glasses. I say hi back to you. You know, how can somebody, just marry somebody because the person has a PhD and then uh, is a doctoral degree holder, then you also want to uh, get a doctoral degree because your wife has a doctoral degree. That is not the reasons to be married, and those are red flags. You know. But anyway, this is my first time coming live. Subsequently, and every day of this year, by God's grace, the new year that we're going into will be coming live every day. I have lorry loads of stories. It's just that I've had a lot of things on my table. Part of the what do you call it? New Year resolution for me is now to start coming live. To discuss relationships, and I believe that on this channel, people will be able to listen to a lot of stories, and people can call in. We'll be able to have people call in sometime soon, and then we can hear the stories of people and what people are going through. Thank you so very much for the likes. I had quite a couple of people come in and go out. I had a couple of likes. Thank you for the likes. I promise to do this very often, every day now. I really appreciate those people that came in. And for those that will be watching later, please, you can share your stories with me on my WhatsApp, 346-496-8539. So we can discuss exactly what you're going through. I'll be bringing a lot of story. A lot of story. I have a lot of story. There's the next one I will do tomorrow is the one that is a matter of DNA. It's a DNA matter. Oh, I can come back in a short while and come and do it. I'll be back in a short while to come and do it before I go for the crossover night. I can do it today because I have a lot of stories to talk about. So I'll come back very shortly and come and do it. Thank you very much and take care. Bye bye. This is my first time of doing life. Okay, let me cut the live. How do you even end live stuff? Oh Lord. I've never done live in a while, so let me end it.